boarded us early on the plane today. She comes round, oh, champagne in a wine glass, like you like it, Miss Gervais. I go, thank you. She goes off, I go, excuse me, got any of them warm nuts? Huh? She went, oh, we're not handing out nuts on this flight. There's a lady getting on who's so allergic that even someone else eating nuts in the vicinity would cause her to have a fatal reaction. I went, oh my God. She went, yeah. I said, oh, of course, yeah. I was fuming. I mean, what's that got to do with me? Why can't I eat nuts just because fucking this woman will die, right? Nuts. I mean, how has she lived this long? If walking by a nut kills you, if being just near a nut, how has she never been near a nut before? And how has she lived long enough, having never been near a nut, how has she lived long enough to earn enough money to be near me on a plane, right? Honestly, it's... And if being near a nut kills you, do we really want that in the gene pool? I mean... I've never wanted nuts more. I felt that she was infringing on my human right to eat nuts, right? And this is how spoiled I am, okay? I actually had this thought. I thought, oh, no, I wish I'd bought my own nuts on, right? And I thought that for about a second. I thought, oh, no, that wouldn't work, because she'd get on, right? She'd start going, oh, blowing up like a frog, right? And die, right? And then someone would go, Ricky Gervais bought his own nuts on, right? Right? So, of course, I don't take my own nuts on. What I do now, before I fly, I have a shower, and then I rub myself all over in nuts, just in case. Because then they go, oh, can I have any nuts? I go, oh, no, not nuts. A lady getting on, so allergic, she'd die. I go, yeah, not a problem, right? Lady gets on, sits down, starts blowing up like a frog, go, right? I'm going, what's the matter? I'm touching her all over. I go, what's the matter? What's the matter, love? And she goes, oh, nuts, right? And dies, and I go, who's been eating nuts? I get off scot-free. So I got to America, I went on the chat show, right? The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, right? And I told that story, the whole thing, right? And went well, audience laughed, great, went out, right. Next day on Twitter, outrage. And by outrage, I literally mean one person going, how dare you, right? Right, this woman had seen that she was like, I saw you on Jimmy Fallon, it was disgusting, making fun of nut, and my daughter's nut intolerant, how dare you, children die. Oh my God, who's this woman? And she's tweeted me about 15 times. She starts atting NBC and Jimmy Fallon. I'm going, why is she stirring up trouble? How many followers? 23, ignore it, don't worry about it. Right? And you know when you're being told off and they use your own silly words against you, like a teacher going, what, you find so-and-so funny? Because the teacher's really angry, right? Yes, you do find that thing funny. Whatever they... She said, would you find it funny if my daughter blew up like a frog? Yeah. Yeah, because you saying that, yes. If you said that at the funeral, I would... Yes. Yeah. So, right, and then someone else gets involved. Ohio Mums Against Nuts, right? And... she does a blog, right, and they're talking to each other, and she puts me in her blog about how disgusting I am, how many children die, and all this sort of stuff. One of them even filmed her little girl, right, and put it on YouTube and sent me the link. And I opened the link. It was a sweet little girl, about 7 years old, and she just went, Dear Miss Gervais, I have a fatal nut allergy. Delete. Not my problem, right? Ignore, right? But then one of them said something that reeled me in, just because I'm this self-professed Twitter police, right? Try and explain to someone every day what freedom of speech means, particularly in the context of comedy, and particularly in the context of a joke, that a joke about a bad thing isn't as bad as the bad thing. It's not even necessarily condoning the bad thing. It could be anti the bad thing. It depends on the actual joke. And this woman said, you should never make jokes about food allergies. I should have left it, right? I sent back, I make jokes about AIDS, cancer, famine, and the Holocaust, right? And you're telling me I should never joke about food allergies. She sent back, yes, but the Holocaust didn't kill children. Well, it did, didn't it? It was horrible, the Holocaust. Some would say as bad as food allergies. Didn't kill children. Jesus. It did kill children. Oh my God, Hitler killed 12 million people, many of them children. Hitler, I've just got to say, Hitler, you couldn't make him up. He is the worst human being to ever walk the face of the earth. He's a crazy, evil, racist, narcissistic serial killer. Just terrible. But if I was throwing a dinner party and I'd been slaving all day over a hot stove, right? And I was getting everything ready, right? And there was one place left, and I had to either invite Hitler or that little girl with food allergies. I know who'd ruin that party more. You know what I mean? Everyone's enjoying it. How is everything? He's going, yeah, it's yummy, right? And I'm going, he's loving it. I'm going, cheers. Oh, you fuck. How you doing, boy, about that, right? She's going, I can't eat that. Oh, fucking hell, I'll get you some. Right? Who wants Ferrero Rocher? Me! Right? I can't eat them. Oh, fuck off home, right? But that's what the world's like. People see something they don't like and they expect it to stop, as opposed to deal with their own emotions. They expect everyone to care about their dogs, obviously. Dogs are better people than people, aren't they? They're amazing dogs. They're our best friends, they guard us, they guide us. There's medical detection dogs that can smell if you've got, like, AIDS. I'm not a doctor, but their noses are, like, 1,000 times more sensitive than ours. So they sort of go, poor, you're well HIV, fuck, you know. And you go, you can smell AIDS on someone. Yeah. Then why didn't you smell it on the bloke I brought home last night then, you fucking idiot? They did the first 3 billion years by themselves, evolution and all that. And then we got involved and we did a bit of selective breeding, you know, getting them how we wanted them to do jobs for us, you know, a bit more of that, a bit stronger, faster, whatever. And they're great at the jobs they're bred to do, and they love the job they're bred to do because they're genetically hardwired to love that behaviour anyway. Although the Rhodesian Ridgeback was bred to hunt lions, and I can't help but think that was a little bit of a shock to it when it found out. So we've done all the breeding, all the different pedigrees, all miles around, a big passing out parade. There's a bloke in a square with a white coat and a clipboard, and he goes, right, dogs. And they all go, what? Who wants to know what jobs they've got? We all do. Right. Okay, Labradors. Yeah? Do you like carefully bringing back dead ducks? Yeah. That's your job. Amazing. That is amazing. That is my favourite job. Jack Russells. Yeah? Do you like shooting down rabbit holes after... Yeah. That's your job. Fucking hell. Best day ever. Miniature poodles. Yeah? Do you like being carried around by elderly homosexuals? Yeah. That's your job. Ridgebacks, yo. You're hunting lions. What? You're hunting lions. Fuck off. Yeah, you are. No, we're not. Lions? We get fucking mashed. Why can't the Rottweilers hunt lions? They're shaking babies. Good boy. Good boy, you shake that baby if you want. Good boy. Cheers. So yeah, this is my first new round them, right? Particularly on Twitter, right? I don't know, I'm not tweeting anyone, I'm just tweeting, okay? I don't know who's following me. I've got 12 million followers. I don't know who's following me. They can be following me without me knowing, right? Choose to read my tweet and then take that personally. That's like going into a town square, seeing a big notice board, and there's a notice, guitar lessons, and you go, but I don't fucking want guitar lessons. What's this? There's a number here. All right, call that, right? Are you giving me guitar lessons? Yeah. I don't fucking want any. Fine, it's not for you then. Just walk away. Don't worry about it. I should say one thing in Twitter's defense. I mean, I use it as a marketing tool and for fun like everyone else, right? But one great thing about Twitter, for me personally, I'm very into sort of anti-animal cruelty. And years ago, it would take ages to get 100,000 signatures on a, a petition standing outside Tesco's or something, right? And that's the magic number, because then it gets heard, in Parliament. And I've been part of many campaigns through Twitter that we've got 100,000 signatures in days, maybe, and the law's been changed. So thank you to anyone who's ever retweeted anything to do with animal cruelty, because it really makes a difference. So thank you. But even something as like clear and distinct as animal cruelty, right? You think no one's going to argue with that, are they? Yes, they will, right? They just want to be heard, right? I'll tweet something about a bull being tortured in a bull ring, right, for entertainment, and I say ban bullfighting. Someone always says, "What about the kids in Syria?" What? Well, I'm not giving you a choice. You can do both. I'm not saying throw that kid back in the hole, there's a bull here, right? And there's one thing that I didn't want in my head, but it exists, so we got to deal with it now, that I found out through Twitter. There's a thing called the Yulin Dog Meat Festival in China every year, and it's horrendous. And we send people with money to buy the dogs to bring them back, but it's a drop in the ocean. They eat tens of thousands over this weekend. And I tweet the details why it's so horrendous in a petition. People don't really read it. It's a knee-jerk. People say, racist. I go, what? They go, well, we eat pigs and cows in the West. Yeah, we do. I don't, but yeah, I used to, right? Sure. And you're right, yeah. A pig is worth as much as a dog. A cow is worth as much as a dog. It's not about the species. It's what they do to these poor dogs. And what they do is they torture the dogs first, because they think it makes the meat taste better. They beat them. They blowtorch them. They even skin them alive. And I saw this picture on Twitter of this opening of this ceremony. These two guys in this Chinese square, and they're skinning this dog alive, and it's screaming, and they're laughing. I thought, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. Can I tweet that? I thought, yeah, I've got to. So I tweeted the picture with a petition, and I just said, one beautiful creature and two ugly cunts skinning it alive, right? And it took off, loads of retweets, and it made the press. I got one tweet back from a woman that said, is that language necessary? I should have left it, right? But I was incensed. I said, you're more offended by a word than by an animal being tortured to death. She said, I just hate the C word. I definitely should have left it. I sent back, people who hate the C word would hear it a lot less if they didn't go around acting like such cunts. Thank you. Good night. You've been fantastic. Good night.